everyone, welcome to my next video. Today we're going to be doing another one of these beautiful white on white cards. Just simple, it's quite 3D. Everybody keeps saying how 3D are they, so you can get this. They fit in normally. I've got 9 by 9 inch boxes and they're 2 inch deep, so they normally fit in there lovely. So first of all, I've already prepped the card. The cards I use, I like to strengthen them with another added layer of card. I put it on that side and I put it on this side, and it makes it quite sturdy because I do put a lot of stuff on, as you know. So let's start then. First of all, you're going to need the base for the lace bit. Now I always use standard cardboard rather than use all of your foam bits. And then, have you ever put your foam bits on and then it still felt quite flimsy? What I do now is I use the cardboard underneath to sturdy it, and then I put the layer on the top, and then it literally doesn't bend, so you can pile whatever you like, and it makes the card sorry, my bulldog's being naughty. So it makes the card again even more sturdy than normal. So let's put that onto the side. First of all, we're going to use, it's a Nuvo glitter gloss pen. Now these are so super pretty because you literally, it's like a watercolour sort of consistency, and you paint, whatever you call it, on the surface. Sometimes I like to take a little bit out the bottle just so I can get all in the nooks and crannies, so I don't miss any little bits. I don't know if anybody's used these pens before in their card making, but I really highly recommend you getting one. They do them in different colours, but I do like just the plain. I've got gold and silver, I like both. And I've also made my own, which I'll go through how to make your own on another video. Right then, so that's coated that. I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but it's got a lovely delicate sheen to it. Not, I wouldn't say glitter, more of a slight shimmer. So put that there. So you get your cardboard, you get your other white piece of card already pre-cut out, because for, you know, everybody knows how to pre-cut card out. Again, go across on your cardboard and then lay it in the centre. These that I'm going to show you as well, these are fantastic things, because normally, let me get them for you and show you if I can get one, or if I've only found a small one. These are the normal little ones I used to use, just the standard foam pads that are sticky both sides, and they're literally probably 2 mil thick. Well, I've since found these. Now these apparently are to put onto furniture to stop them marking the floor, but they're literally like 4 mil thick, because I like my cards really thick, like really 3D. I don't like them just lifted up a couple of mil. I want it lifted off. So I thought these would be great, and they are. So what I do is I go on there. You don't have to do much supporting of the card because the cardboard already does that. Now with these sticky things, they're only sticky one side, but obviously we use a glue gun, so that ain't no problem. So then you've got your card all nice and sturdy. So you've got your front of your card, and we work out where we want that to go. Yeah, and then we pop a little bit of glue on there, and we place it there. Okay, so that's the base, the front of the card. Now also, this is what I do, because obviously you can't use a glue gun for something this delicate because it would literally go everywhere. So I tend to use the, was it Tombow, the aqua one? They do other colours, but I've only used the blue. So turn it over, and this is what that's how it works. So I literally just dab little bits just in places that you know that it's going to grab and stay. Only use a little bit because you're working with a lace panel. If you put too much on, it's going to gloop out the sides. I'll show you a little trick that I do when I haven't got I'm working on my mat. I'll put this brown piece of paper down because I like to protect my table, and also I've got this white glass thing that I use so I can wipe paint off that I normally use, but with it being white it was casting such a really backlash of like white, and it was also reflecting the lamp above. So easy peasy, put your little blobs on like that. Now normally if I hadn't have got this mat today, what I'd have done, just on my surface of my glass mat, I'd turn it over, I'd flatten it gently, then I'd lift up, then I'd wipe my glass mat off with the excess glue. And what you've done there is you've already pushed a lot of the glue out. So that's a trick of working with very intricate dies, so you don't get all the glue leaking out from the side. Push it down onto a surface you can wipe before you lay flat, but I'm fingers crossed this ain't going to glue out because I haven't put loads on. So line it up best you can. Press down. There you go, that's that bit done. Right then, the next bit are these on this card. I used a netting that's similar to, let me show you, I think I've got a black one to show you. I've run out of the white, but that's normally what I normally use for this one, but I've run out of the white, so I've used some netting, and I'll show you how to make that in a minute. So I'll put that there. So we're going to do now the first layer onto this bit, and this is the little fluffy bits that you see under the flowers. Now these do two things. They help the beads and the petals stay more upwards in 3D, and also it fills in any gaps that look a little bit gappy, that you think, oh well, I need to put a bead there or something there because it's gappy. Sometimes you can overload it with too many beads, so this helps with covers a lot of things, like little where you pick the leaves in as well, the little stalks, so it hides a lot. So this is what we're going to be doing next to that fluffy layer. So let's get the glue gun. So we pop down the first one at the top. You're only going to lie a few down, and then we're going to put the flowers down. Okay. Put the next one in. So what I've done, I'll show you how to make these in a minute with a little bit of wire, but I normally pop the glue on the wire and then pop that down on the card. Now I have got got some more that I'm going to place down, but I just wanted the first basic bit. Let's go on to making it first. So what I tend to do is I tend to get the scissors. What you don't want to do is cut right the way to the centre, because obviously the bits are just going to fall off. You're going to cut this. The smaller that you can get the little strands, the better, because it fluffs up a little bit more nicer, rather than if you cut lots of chunky lines. See, so I'm not quite going into the centre. Okay, so then what I do, I grab it all up into one little bit. I get some floral wire and I just then secure it into the middle. Then I push the two ends together and then screw all of the net and rub it into your fingers, and then it will just give a little bit of a scruffy look to the lace, because you don't want it looking too neat. So that's how you make the background of that one. So we'll save that one for a minute. So we'll get the card back. Flowers I'm using today are a little bit different from the card that I first made, because I've run out of my foam iron, so I've ordered some more. So I will show you how to make these. But these, you can use any flowers. I'm a firm believer in, rather than spend money on getting exactly what I've got, just use what you've got that matches as close to as you can. So these are the flowers we're going to be using today. So again, get your flower, put your glue on. You want to put quite a bit of a good glob on. That's what we're going to be doing. Popping that one there. Just hold it in place till it starts to cool. Again. Okay, so I'm just going to stand this card up so then I can follow it better. Right, okay, so that's that bit done. We're going to do the leaves next. So this is these are my little leaves I use. These little leaves are from a lady called Lady E. And you can find her on eBay, and she's on YouTube as well. She's fabulous, so I recommend that you go and see her channel. So what I tend to use is the edges of the leaves, and I always cut bits off that I like. I never use, like, you know, a whole die. I like to cut and mismatch bits and bobs, and I put my nail in the middle of the leaf and I just like to fold it. So it just gives a little bit, again, of dimension on there. So you just pop your nail in and then it should fold into the middle. Okay. So again, glue gun. Then lift up and pop down. It's that easy. Next, so if you can hear snoring again, yeah, it's my bulldog. He's with me all the time. So in my videos aren't going to be one of these posh things where we have an intro. Nah, can't be bothered with that. This is just going to be normal card making as you would at home. No fancy intros and advertising. Nah, can't be bothered with that. Does me head in anyway. So there's your few leaves. I've got some on the side I'm using here because obviously it saves me time on the video. Saves me editing it out of folding all the leaves up. So just have a look where you want to go. What I use is my pokey tool just to lift the petals up, and then what you want to do is half leave the leaves out so you can visualise them a lot, because you don't want to be shoving them right the way in and you lose half of them. So again, I'll put some, put that one there. Lift up again. This is why I have to have a glue gun, because it instantly sticks. So back to the fluffy little bits now, which we're going to put in. So anywhere that you think needs a little bit extra, I think on the end here. So pop some glue into the middle. And what you're doing again, you're lifting these petals right out the way now. And then you're pushing it right into the centre of the flower. And then pop them back. Okay? So again, I've got one here. Ruffle it up a little bit. And we'll place this under the leaves there. So again, a little bit of glue there. Lift the leaves there and just push. There you go. Now, if you've got a few too longer pieces, you've cut too long here, you can always make them a little bit neater by snipping them off as you go. But again, it's not to do with neatness. My cards aren't neat. So we'll put a little bit more up there. So again, lift up to see where you're going. There we go. We need a little bit more there. Okay, a bit of glue. And then lift up where we want to go. There we go. Probably, let's have a look if we can fit one right in the centre. Let me look. No, because I had to use the green wire, you see. I wonder if I take that green wire off. We'll do it later, because that's looking, you see, that side's too long. I cut that too long, so we'll go over that a little bit more so it's not sticky out. So that's your first bit. See, told you it was really easy. You can hide the wires. I had to use green wires today because I've run out, but you can hide them. Try and get either transparent, silver or white. I suppose it depends on what card you're making as well. So let's go on to these swirly bits on the end. Let's show you the card again. We're going to be adding the swirly bits now. Now, if you can find a die cut that's very similar to that, just swirly, great. This, I think, is from Tonic Studios. I think I had a lot of people asking me where I get them from, and what happened is last year I bought a used Gemini machine off eBay. What I'm doing as well, before I tell you about that, is I'm cutting this in half. Like I say again, I rarely use dies when they're off on just in one piece. I like to be able to place them separately where I like and cut bits off. So to be fair, I'll probably cut that bottom bit out, and then what you've got to do then is see how much it's sticking at. So that's too much, so I'll take that bit off. You can use it for later. Use them little bits later. So again, a little bit of glue. Go to get another glue stick. So then we go lift up the petals again and pop that on there. Let's get another glue stick before we go any further. There we go. Right then, the second bit. I'm going to take that bit off and then I'm going to put that in there. So a little bit of glue, lift up and then just place on there. So that's that bit, and then we've got some at the bottom. I would actually put a few more leaves at the bottom before we put the twirly bit on. Another one to go there because it's a little bit one-sided at the minute. So I lift a leaf up, pop it down and let the other leaf sit on top. Yes, so that's like that. I'm going to use the swirly bits now. So again, a little bit of glue. You go in over the netting now because the leaves went under the netting. We're going now under the flower but on top of the lace. So you're literally gluing this to the lace fluffy bit. Now these bits where you've cut off, sometimes you'll have an odd little bit where you've done it, but just carefully snip it off. And then you can use that little bit that you didn't need. So again, on top of the lace, but under the flower. See how all the layers really keep the flowers fluffed up rather than just sticking it on the blank piece of card. We'll add these next. Let me show you what these are. These are fabulous. Let's move that out the way a minute. So we've got, they're like pearls on a thin wire, and you can get, I get mine off eBay, I could get everything. So I've already pre-cut. What I tend to do is leave the biggest bead, if you can see, the biggest bead on the end, and I'll glue the smallest bit underneath the flower. So again, a little bit of glue onto that bottom bead. And then you're going on top of the lace fluff again, but underneath the flower. So in you go. Okay, and then what you do is, because that bead then it just sticks up onto a little bit of the wire there. Again, so a little bit of glue. And again, on top of the lace, but underneath the flower. There you go. Oh crikey, Bobber, that was a snuffle. So we'll have one on top of the swirls now, but again underneath the flower. So carefully with your pokey tool. We're not going to get, yeah, there we go. There we go. And then keep on adding them all the way around. That's looking pretty. One more, which we'll put there. Turn it round as best you can. Turn it round so it's fingering up. The wires are unpredictable. Some stick up like that and some face down, but it still looks nice. So then we go on to these lovely beads here. These have got the holes in either side, but I tend to face them on the side like that so you can't see that the holes are either there or there. So again, a good bit of glue, because these, you want these to stay on again, and then you have a look and then place it down, hold it on till it's set. Get your next one. Let's have a look. Turn around. And keep adding your beads. I got these from eBay. Just when you're looking on eBay, put in your search bar of flat backed embellishments, card toppers, pearl beads. You can get some job lots that people are selling in jewellery as well. Job lot of jewellery, so people sometimes sell quite a little bit of jewellery in one bit, and you can break down the little diamonds and pearls and stuff and add them to cards. So yeah, they're pretty easy to search for on eBay. I think I put on this search bar for this one round pearls or round pearl beads. So put that on there. That's looking nice. I'll show you. Then we've got the corners to do. I don't do this corner because this one's covered up already, so I'm going to do this corner, and then we're going to be doing these 4 corners as well. So for those corners, when I can get them out, these are pretty. These are also from eBay. Flat backed pearls. I've got them in that